I love in the Gospels that story, they all tell it, about how Jesus was out teaching. Jesus must have been a good teacher because he had taught all day and people had just sat there looking and listening to him. And the disciples got a little worried and they went up to Jesus and they said, you ought to send these people home because they're going to get hungry and we can't feed them. And Jesus said, you give them something to eat. And they said, you don't understand, Jesus. We've been following you. You know, we ain't got enough money to buy food for all these people. And besides, there's no Walmart around. You know, there's nowhere to get this food. We got to send these people out so they can get food in the villages. And Jesus says, what do you have? And they don't have anything. There's this kid who's got a little sack lunch, you know, some bread and a few fish. And he says, give it to me. And the scriptures say that he took it and he broke it and he blessed it and he gave it to the disciples and he spread it around and they took what they had, and when they broke it and distributed it to everybody, there was enough. And then he sent them back and he said, everybody take a basket and collect the leftovers. And there was a basket full of leftovers for every one of them. It's a beautiful image, I think, of how God wants to work with us. You know, God could rain down heaven if He wanted to. Bread came from heaven in the Old Testament. It happens. But God chooses to say, what do you have? And will you break it? And will you share it one with another? And will you let that create a new community? You let that create a new community. And I think that's the great invitation that we've heard and that we've had a chance to receive in our community and in this movement of the new monastic.